anticipating. Girl, come on, make up your mind. The night of passion became a nightmare. When the flood arrived, I realized what a fool I've been. You don't even know me, so how could you love me? Let alone care for this someone a stranger. Forget about the life that I dreamed of. Turn over, turn over, turn over. Waiting, anticipating. Girl, come on, make up your mind. Repercussions and consequences. Should've known better. Wish I never met her. True to the letter, I'll never forget her. Waiting, anticipating. Girl, come on, make up your mind.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live stream Tuesday, and I'm just looking at the screen to make sure that the microphone is picking up my voice and everything like that, because as usual it was a touch and go thing because I was setting everything up while that video was playing, hoping that I would actually finish it by the end of the song, watching it count down, and I think I just about made it, even though I can see that my screen captures are a little bit wonky, but we'll get there when we get there. Hello to you guys in the live chat room. We got Mary V, Deborah, Anna, Dawn, Tammy, Elaine, Lara, Chant of the North, Billy, Debbie, Corey, Rowe, Anna again, PN112123, Rockchild, oh, lots of numbers going on there, and Bob's going through as well, and Maria, Mark, hello everybody. It's going a little bit more quickly now for me to get all the names, but thank you for joining me on this Tuesday night, as it is here in the UK, and let me get things up on screen. First of all, the names of my patrons, regular viewers, know that their names go across the bottom of the screen during the live streams on a Tuesday and on a Saturday. So a massive shout out to these lovely people. They make everything possible in the first place, every single thing that I do on the channel, including the live streams. So big shout out to these people. And I think I've remembered to do everything. I put in the likes goal for tonight. It is 360, so yeah, we're getting way up there with the goals, so not sure whether we're going to be able to hit that tonight. It is a huge target, so if you could leave a thumbs up as you come through the door, that would be very much appreciated. And if we do hit the target for tonight, we're going to be having Phil Jam number 48. I think it is number 48 or number 46. It's too small for me to see on the screen, but maybe it's number 46. It looks a lot like 48, but I'm going to say 46. Take a bit of a gamble. Of course, you guys can read it nice and clearly because you haven't got about 9 different windows open at the same time. And I have to make them quite small, even though my monitor is a 4K monitor. So it means it's got 4 times the pixels of an HD TV or monitor, whatever you want to call it. So I've got a lot of space, but I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 windows open. So yeah, I have to keep them all very small because I do the screen captures, which we'll be doing later on with a couple of pictures that we're going to be taking a look at, maybe if I've set it up correctly, but we will see. But anyway, if you can hit that thumbs up, that would be great. Let's get the likeometer up on screen to see that we are at 180. It's good timing. We just passed over to 180, which means that we're looking for another 180. It's just double. We're just going for double the likes again. So yeah, we have quite a way to go. Halfway there on the likeometer. Every single thumbs up would be great. So, Steve says, do them both just in case. I don't know what that means. So thank you for tagging me in that comment. I'm trying to think of what I was just talking about, but I don't know what both things relate to. So anyway, moving on. As I always say, you guys don't have to donate during these live streams. Just watching is great. Maybe leaving a thumbs up, introducing yourself into the live chat room. And yeah, as soon as you introduce yourselves, everyone gets to know you. We get to know your username, and it just becomes part of the community on these live streams. So yeah, go ahead and do that. But for those people that can't resist donating, they can't stop themselves, then I do put up on screen the donations tab so that you know exactly where your money goes. Between 45 and 60% goes to YouTube through the super chat window, and between 4 and 5% goes to PayPal through the PayPal link, which you can find in the description below. That's the quickest I've ever said that part of the live stream. I usually have to try and remember percentages, but it seems like at least my brain's organised, or my subconscious is more organised than my conscious. So, anyway, Christine says, Phil, the song choices are neck and neck. Oh, okay, so maybe, yeah, that's what Steve meant with that particular comment. At the moment, mine says Miles Away has 52% of the vote. So that's the other thing that we're going to be having that cover a little bit later on. And it's between Miles Away and Don't Slow Down. So it's a Mr. Winger showdown in the cover vote for tonight. So yeah, click on either of those, whichever one of those you want to hear. That's what we will be taking a look at a little bit later on. So, right, yesterday I mentioned over on Patreon that I spent a little bit of time setting up things in the background for the future, because I did mention about a guitar course, and people do ask me about it, actually quite regularly through emails and sometimes through comments in the YouTube comments section. And yeah, I probably will be doing a guitar course in the future. And yeah, last night I just mentioned to everybody, because on a Monday and a Thursday I have my admin days where I get through emails, and I mean, last night I finished all the emails, and once I've finished all the emails, it's almost like, you know, I exhale and think, right, they're done. So, and as soon as I'd done that, another email came through, you know, it kind of updates live. So I can't remember what it was. It's another sponsorship type email. I don't know the company, because I thought, no, I'm not going to get dragged into answering another email. I'm just going to finish that. I mean, it had gone 5:30 in the morning, so I thought I did need to sleep at some point. But yeah, previous to that, I did an update over on Patreon about, yeah, just setting things up for the future, with things that I want to have available as part of a course that I'll be doing in the future. But as you guys know, I keep in the loop over on Patreon, and I'm just starting planning things at the moment. So I haven't started filming any of the course or getting the modules down and organising it all. So that's something that I will be doing in the future. So yes, that's going on behind the scenes, but then at the front of the scenes, we're just doing everything as we normally do anyway, with the live streams, the analysis videos. So it is something that I'm going to be just doing bit by bit in the background, and then yeah, letting you guys know how it's coming along. And then for those of you that do play the guitar and might be interested, or maybe you know people who play the guitar and might be interested in a course, then I can let you guys know the details. But it's not going to be a beginner's course. I do have that kind of thing over on Patreon. I just put together 4 half-an-hour to 40-minute videos of just teaching people how to play, from, you know, literally getting their first guitar to now playing a few chords and maybe playing a song or two. So that's something that I've already done on Patreon, whereas this course is going to be just focused on lead guitar and playing lead guitar. So it's for those people who want to get better at playing lead guitar and just sounding a little bit more proficient and getting them past that hurdle that, because I've been teaching for 20 years, I know the hurdle and the wall that everyone gets to, and there are so many courses that don't address that. And that's why, you know, I feel like I've got to do a course just to help people along, because everyone will get stuck at the same place with all of the courses that I see online. Nobody's really telling people what they need to know. So anyway, that is something for the future. And I know that we do have some donations in the PayPal window. This is another thing to mention about PayPal. I said before about if you choose friends and family, then I don't get notified for that particular donation. And I don't know whether if you choose that once, that then might put you on a different list, and then PayPal doesn't show the notification, or, you know, I don't get told about the donation, but the donations do go through. So for those people who have been asking me, and it's been a few people, unfortunately, I don't know whether it's starting to happen to more and more people, but for those people that are messaging me about donations, that whether they've gone through or whether they haven't gone through, if on your screen it says that it's gone through, then it would have gone through. It's just that I would have to, in order to see it, I have to log into my PayPal account and then go to transactions and then go down the list and try and find it and click on it and then, you know, do all that kind of stuff, which is something that I can't do during a live stream because, first of all, it takes too long, but then PayPal, if you don't press anything, it logs you out after about a minute. And of course, during the live streams, I'm talking for more than a minute. And when I go to the next donation, I then have to type in the password again, wait for it, go to the right screen, go to recent transactions and find it in there. So this is why with the emails that I'm reading from is a PayPal folder that I've got in my inbox where everything gets forwarded to that. So it means that I can at least see the messages that I am notified about instantaneously. They just come through and they update in real time. So yes, that is the PayPal thing, but people, asking me whether I've received the donation or not, if it has gone through and, you know, it hasn't come back to you as refused or something, or I don't know what other message PayPal might give you, but if it doesn't do that, then it has come through. It's just that I'm not getting notified for that. So I can see that there have been donations on PayPal. So some notifications I'm still getting. I don't know whether it's just that friends and family thing. And then once you've chosen that then it's going to be impossible to kind of reverse things. And yeah, in terms of getting into PayPal and adjusting settings and doing all that kind of thing and contacting help, for them to try and sort it out, it's not something that I can currently do at the moment, because I'm just trying to keep up with everything every day, and my days are totally full with everything that I'm doing. So I mean, I've had enough customer service to last me a lifetime recently it was my nephew's birthday cards that I ordered them because I did these special cards where I photoshopped their faces onto their favourite football teams. So it looked like they were playing for their favourite football teams, like, you know, PSG and Man City. I did that. So it meant that I just spent a bit of time photoshopping that, did it on the card, and then the company's supposed to send you the card within 1 to 3 days. So after the 4th day, I hadn't received anything. So I said, what's going on? Their birthday's in like 3 days, and I haven't received my card yet. And they said, oh, it's got lost in transit. We'll send you another, the 2 cards again. So they went to send me the 2 cards again 3 days later, now the day of my nephew's birthday, actually the day before. I said I still haven't received them, and they said, oh, we'll try and chase it up. And again, they didn't know where the cards were. So then it was 3 or 4 days after their birthday that they finally arrived, because I got them delivered. Just very frustrating. And I did actually put a review on Trustpilot saying that I ordered them I don't know how many, it's 1 to 3 days delivery, and it's at least 11 days. It might have been 14 days that they hadn't arrived. And yeah, I ordered them a week before my nephew's birthday, so of course, missed their birthday, just had to give them their present. So yeah, that was the customer service. So I've just been through all of that. So this is why I'm a little bit reluctant to get on that customer service bandwagon again, typing out help forms and trying to contact people. And I think a few months ago with the treadmill that I had, that was something that was about, 3 or 4 weeks worth of customer service emails and trying to get that sorted out. So yeah, for the moment, I mean, I'm just kind of snowed under with everything that I'm doing on a day-to-day basis anyway. So yeah, fresh off that. The company's called Moonpig here in the UK. So fresh off their customer service, I'm just looking to get back into live streams, videos, just worry about that and then not order anything else because then I won't have to deal with customer service and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, a little bit frustrating, but that's just the world we live in. And probably the reason why I respond to all of the emails and the comments myself is because I know if I've done it, then it's been done. I'm not relying on a team of people who are just leaving it and can't be bothered to do anything with emails that come through. So yeah, this is why I don't want people to go through what I think everybody goes through, where you're trying to contact somebody or you can't get an answer about something, or you know, I know that the stupid thing is, I know that the companies that I'm dealing with probably get less emails than I do, and I can keep up, and I'm one person and they're a whole company, and sometimes they're a worldwide company with probably thousands of employees. So I like to think, well, if I can keep up with 322,000 subscribers and viewers on my channel, and yeah, people visiting my website and emails and sponsorship emails, if I can answer everybody myself, then yeah, there's no excuse. Well, the excuse is this company, for example, Moonpig, don't work weekends. So if you message them on a Friday and they get that message in the afternoon on Friday and then they don't check it, then they're not going to read it until the next Monday, 3 days later. So yeah, as you guys know, I'm all the time here, or here all the time. So yeah, there's not a minute that I'm not kind of available to do everything. So there we go. I think companies, when they've taken your money, they should work the same amount that you do yourself. You think, well, if it's, you know, that's why you employ lots of people. So then some people have the weekend off and the other people work on that weekend, and then you can swap. Obviously, I don't have, you know, the luxury of doing that, but I don't want to miss any messages. That's just the way that I roll. I don't like to just leave people's emails there and totally ignore people. So anyway, let's jump into the PayPal window because there have been donations in there. So yeah, thank you for this. Linda, who has donated £7.82. And the message is, thanks for the great analyses. I've learned so much. So yeah, thank you, Linda, for that donation. And that was at 41 minutes past 2 in the morning on Sunday. So we do address every single donation that comes through, as you guys know. And Janice donated at 39 minutes past 9 on Monday evening. Thank you for that, Janice. And the donation is for £12.34. A 1, 2, 3, 4 donation. And the message is, Felipe, could you please tell us who is Plaid Shirt Guy and the bassist in the Phil Tunes? Thanks. So thank you for that. And I'm trying to think which of them wears the shirts. But anyway, one of the shirts was an old bassist, but then, yeah, that must have been the Plaid Shirt Guy was an old bassist, and the other bassist would have been the bassist that was in the audition that we did for the bassist. So that I'm not going to give actual people's names without their permission across live streams to potentially hundreds of people. And then I know that these live streams do get, I don't know how many views, 3,000 or 4,000 views. So once they go to the catch-up crew afterwards. So yeah, I'm not going to be mentioning people's names without their permission because I have to be careful about all that kind of stuff. But those are the positions that they played a very long time ago. And some people have asked, is one of them Griff and is one of them Chris, because they've been in the live streams before, but Griff and Chris were members of the band after. Actually, Chris, we were in our first ever band in, I don't know what year, my early 20s, whatever year that was. And yeah, that was the band called Panic Attack, and Griff was in that band as well. But then once that fell by the wayside, then it was myself and Griff and the drummer Chris, who then continued on after that. And then it's just myself and Griff, and that's when we got into the auditioning, and that was when the whole Wings of Pegasus thing that started up, and we were just auditioning a bassist. And that's from then on, because that bassist audition was the first fill tune that I did, so it's kind of from then onwards into the future, kind of different people that we met along the way, such as the Italian drummer, for example, as you guys know. But yeah, so thank you for that, Janice. And Nicole has donated £12.40. So thank you for that, Nicole. And the message is, hello, Phil. In these first day of autumn, always happy to be able to participate. Good week for you, Phil. My sincere affection, kisses and rock. So yeah, thank you for that, Nicole. And yeah, weather-wise, things have been cooling down here. A lot of rain recently. But I think they said it's going to start warming up, so it might do. Who knows? It's all a bit crazy with weather. You never know what's going to happen at any point. But there's been another donation that's come through from Steve. So thank you for this, Steve. And for £5 donation. So thank you for that. The message is, what are your thoughts about electronic pickups versus a microphone for playing your acoustic guitar? So yes, thank you for that question. Oh, quick skip ads. Just caught that one out of the corner of my eye. That almost gave everybody an advert there, but I did manage to cancel it in time. I do try and cancel them when I see them, but YouTube is sneaky with how big the notification is. It's just tiny in the corner. But yeah, I managed to catch that one. Anyway, yes, back to using pickups in your acoustic guitar or using microphone. I have to say that for recording, I mean, for teaching, obviously I plug into an amplifier, and that's fine. But for recording, I tend to use microphones. And you would think that, I don't know, probably the reason for that is that when you're, using a directional microphone, I think I used maybe an SM57 and what was it? Maybe a PG25 or something. Anyway, yeah, so when I was recording any acoustic guitar on my album, I'm trying to think where there is acoustic guitar on my album. There's got to be in there somewhere, low in the mix. But also, yeah, for I think maybe a cover or a couple of covers, you can see the microphones pointed at the guitar. I can't remember. I might have done a cover where I did just plug into the amp and mic'd up the amp. But generally for recording, I'll use, a couple of directional mics. I might even, well, I know that I have in the past sometimes put the condenser mic slightly further away and then have a mix of all three mics. I think the reason that I do that, rather than just miking up the amp and, plugging it in with a jack, is because of the sound of the room. In order to, rather than getting, when you place your microphone in front of the amp, it's right in front of the amp. So the signal goes into the microphone and you don't necessarily get the time to appreciate the amount of space around the guitar and the room and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's why I prefer miking up my acoustic guitar if I am recording. But yeah, so for the quality sound, I would use microphones, but just for teaching and stuff, and for the analysis videos that I've done in the past, that I just plug into the amplifier. Obviously, it's quicker for me to do because there's just a mic that's in front of this amplifier down here, so it means I can just plug in and play and not have to worry too much about setting up microphones. But if I was doing it all properly, then obviously I'd take time to set up at least 2, maybe 3 microphones and then mix them and this is the thing, that sometimes you get one mic that just has a great sound and you've just captured exactly what you want to capture on it, so you just have that one really heavy in the mix and then maybe the other one's really low down, and it might be the case that all three mics need to be added together at the same level to get the full sound that you want. So yeah, a lot of it is mixing, but I'd make sure that I had at least two mics for my acoustic guitar, but that's just me personally. Some people might just use one mic and get a nice sound. It's all up to what you prefer, but I do prefer to have options so that I can just balance the sound as to how I want it to sound, rather than just being stuck with one mic and then having no options. So anyway, yeah, that's the way that I've done it in the past, but thank you for that, Steve. And here Totoro Porco has donated £3, so thank you for that. And the message is a shout out to your hair, which is approaching Brian Maid territory, from Totoro Porco. So thank you for that. And yeah, I mean, my hair today's been absolutely crazy. I don't know what it was doing. About, I don't know, an hour ago or something. It's like my hair, it's the first time I think it's ever done this, where there's hair on this side that was curling all the way over the other side. So I thought, well, I can't look like that on a live stream because it looks ridiculous. And it looked like this style that I think used to be the style in the 60s, and it's gone full circle because I've seen the younger generation now doing this, and especially the younger generation of females, maybe in their teenage years, mid-teens to late teens, where they literally grab all of the hair from one side and pull it all the way across like this, so that they almost have a line of hair that kind of comes across. But of course, the problem with that is the hair will want to return to where it was, so they have to keep on kind of getting out of their eyes to push it across effectively the wrong side. And yeah, my hair was trying to do that. And yeah, fortunately, before the live stream, like I said, I just ruffled it around a bit. And once it had sat in a particular position, I then sprayed it to make sure that it didn't move, because I didn't want it curling in the wrong direction again. Because I think that's the first time it's ever happened, that is literally this side was going all the way across. So I did look like I was auditioning for the Beatles, maybe. But yeah, the moment it's kind of halfway between that. It's not exactly how I would normally expect it to fall, but it is what it is. It's one of those things that I can't control it. I know that some people, they spend ages, they might do spikes and then spray their hair or gel it, and they have a very particular way that their hair has to be all the time. But I know that with my hair, it can't be tamed. It just has to do what it's doing. Like if I was really picky, like this curl here, I mean, look at that, the way that it just pops back up. So yeah, there's nothing that you can do, as much as I might try and straighten that, but then you're talking about now having to straighten your hair, and that's the kind of time that I don't have. As I said, I was still organising everything on the live stream while I had started the live stream. So yeah, I didn't have time to try and get straightening irons out or anything. But then if I straighten that, I'd then have to start straightening all of this stuff that's all going out. So yeah, anyway, thank you for that, Richard. The hair update, there you go. That is that one for tonight. So Elaine has donated £20 as well, so thank you for that, Elaine. And that is a straight up donation. And Bonnie has donated £10 as well. Thank you for that, Bonnie. And the message is, hi Phil, if someone is singing, why can I immediately know the right notes to sing, but I can't figure out what the right notes are to play? Thanks. So thank you for that, Bonnie. I mean, and this is basically, in a nutshell, what I am going to be teaching on my guitar course in the future, the course that I haven't done yet. But it's addressing the issue of people that get stuck playing the guitar, or sometimes any instrument, or even singing, or when they start learning a lot of theory and they don't understand what to do and they kind of get lost. It's this exact thing. So when somebody's singing, And just to quote the question again, why can I immediately know the right notes to sing, but I can't figure out what the right notes are to play? So it means that the guitar is not like your voice. And I've mentioned about singing Happy Birthday or Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Everyone can do that. But then as soon as people pick up an instrument, they start using another part of their brain, which isn't the creative part that you use to relay tunes that you know in your head. You're now trying to think of how to do it without thinking how to sing it, because you don't have that connection with the instrument. So yeah, this is something that I'm going to teach people how to do. But it means that once you can do it, then say for example you wanted to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star on your guitar or any instrument, it would be like going da 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 da. You already know it, and you will therefore already know how to do it on the guitar, because you know how to join what you're doing on the guitar with the voice that you've got inside your head. So and this is where everybody gets stuck, because nobody teaches you how to use the part of your brain you need to use to achieve that, because they're all talking about shapes and scales, and some are saying about not needing any theoretical knowledge because you can use shapes, and this particular shape repeats up and down the guitar, so this is the only shape you need. But again, that's all irrelevant if you're now relying on that technical side of your brain. That's not the thing that's going to allow you to play with the voice that you've got in your head. So yeah, it's anyway, this is why I'm going to be doing it in the future, because yet nobody is teaching it. So so the reason that you can't do it on the guitar yet is because, first of all, you don't know, like if you were to just push down a string on your guitar and I would say to you, sing that note, you wouldn't be able to do that, because without hearing the note first, again, this is why the process doesn't work the other way round, is that asking you to sing a particular song or particular tune, you will be able to do that. But asking you to now sing a note without hearing it first on your guitar, if I pointed at, say, for example, I said, right, sing the 3rd fret on your high E string, sing me what that note is, then you wouldn't know how to do that, but you wouldn't know what that note is. So it's bridging that gap to letting you know what that note is. And I would go as far to say, I would go as far to say as some intermediate and even advanced players can't do that. If they are not playing their guitar and you just go up to them and say, sing me this particular note, they won't be able to do it, because it's now relying on a creative side of the brain. It's not relying on the technical side. A lot of players have to play the notes first to know what they are, or to know what they're going to sound like. So that's what I'm going to be doing, is kind of bridging that gap between, that part of your brain. And this is why you can't do it yet, is because when you're learning especially, and this is why my course is going to be about playing lead guitar, so it's about players who have at least got used to the guitar and can fret notes and or fret the string or push the string onto the fretboard to get a nice sound, and you're not going to get fret buzz and all that kind of stuff. So they're going to have the basic techniques down, but then it's learning how to play lead guitar, to express yourself through your instrument and to use the voice that you've got, because everybody that's learning a particular shape, learning a particular scale, they're all going to be ending up at the same place, because now everybody knows the same shape, the same scale, and they're all playing the same thing. So yeah, that's it. To begin with, you have to go through the technical side of learning how to push down the string, how to put your fingers in the right place to play a chord, and all that kind of stuff. But if you can, just as an exercise, if there's a song, you can start with Happy Birthday, you can start with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Try and find those, you sing them first, try and find the notes that you're singing. And it might be the case that you're singing it in between notes. So try and find the closest notes you can on your guitar, because it's a great exercise for you to teach your ear about melody and where notes are on the guitar, which notes are higher, which notes are lower, which notes you will have to go onto the thinner strings, the higher strings, in order to get. And this is what you'll find, is that when you're going da 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 da. That's all going da 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 da. It's going up. It's ascending in pitch, which means you'll have to move up. And if you're just doing it all on one string, you can try and do that if you want to. You're moving up the string with those first na da 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 da, those first repeat of notes that you have. So it's great. I mean, that's how I learned to play, was literally listening to something and trying to find it on the guitar, or at least, you know, just making that connection from ear to then playing. Because once you start getting that, you will eventually be able to turn your ear and the things that you can sing into what you're playing on the guitar. So yeah, there we go. That is it. It's also getting an appreciation, when we're talking about playing lead guitar, an appreciation of conscious playing, subconscious playing, and being able to, another thing that people don't teach, which I will go into on my course, is understanding the difference between subconscious muscle memory and conscious melody, because those are two things that you're going to need to have in order to play lead guitar, to have light and shade in your lead sections. But it's understanding that you have to balance those two parts of your head. You can't just rely on theory all the time. You can, but it means that your playing is going to start sounding stale, because you're just repeating what you've been told to do rather than creating something yourself. So this is it, and I've mentioned, and I'll demonstrate all of this, but like I said, I will be doing this in the future of the course. But yeah, for the moment, Bonnie, is just the case that, you know, you haven't got that autonomy yet to be able to kind of sing through the guitar. That's something that you have to be taught how to do, and sadly I haven't seen anybody teaching it, so hence the reason for the course in the future. But yeah, do that exercise. Try and just sing out a melody and find it on your guitar. It might take you ages to find it, but stick with it, because that process will be teaching your ear how to ascend in pitch and where pitches are, higher and lower. Even if you don't know, don't have a clue where it is to begin with, you can eventually find it, and that's a great learning process for your ear. So anyway, thank you for that, Bonnie. Again, this is the kind of question that I could start talking about for years, but that's why it's going to be something that I do in the future. And yeah, the thing that I do in the future regarding the course is going to be quite in depth. It's going to be very in depth, because it's something that you need to get an appreciation of how your mind works, how your ear works, before trying to do anything. Because I've referred to it in the past as playing the guitar parrot fashion, which means you need somebody to show you what to do first, and then you do it, but you're just playing what they've shown. Even when you're going to scales and modes, you're just playing the notes that they've told you goes with that chord. So where's your creation happening? But if you can listen to a sound and sing over the top of it, and if you can access that voice through your guitar, I mean, that's again, I'm in a fortunate position in that I've spoken to a lot of top level guitar players, and they all talk about the voice of the guitar, that great players have that. And even Phil Palmer, when talking about Eric Clapton, he said that he just has a voice through the guitar that he accesses, and he's just constantly playing, you know, new lines all the time, because he's singing through his guitar. So yeah, that's it. That's the one thing that isn't being taught, to access that. And when you sing Happy Birthday, when you sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, that's your voice. You are doing that. You don't know any theory, but somehow you're producing that. So yeah, it's a case of really getting to the bottom of how do you know to do that. And if you do know how to do that, why can't you do that through an instrument? So yeah. Anyway, Stardust Unicorn has donated $7.99. Thank you for that donation. As I always say, support band to Wings of Pegasus. And looking at that likeometer, we are at 288 likes at the moment, so we are going to need a spike of the likes. If you can hit that thumbs up, that would be much appreciated. We're aiming for 360 tonight. I did say that it was going to be a big target, especially for Tuesday night. But we will see. If we do hit 360 likes, then we will be having a fill jam at the end of this live stream. And I mean, that's something that I might mention on my course in the future, that every fill jam is just putting into practice what I'm talking about, that not knowing what the backing track is going to be, the key, you know, the tempo, mode, scales, all that kind of stuff, but just responding to a sound and just trying to sing along with that particular sound and just seeing what happens. So yeah, that will be an example in the past or in the future of the past live streams that I have done. So anyway, yes, we will be jumping into, I'm looking at the time, 43 minutes past 11. This is the problem, that once I start talking about especially things about guitar and teaching and techniques, then I do go on for quite a while. But yes, that is something to look out for in the future. So we are going to be jumping into the cover video maybe in 5 minutes, something like that. And yeah, we do have that picture corner that we will jump into. By the way, it's going to be a Zoom call, and some of these do happen over on the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook. So if you are a Facebook user, you can join in with that particular group. You can upload any pictures that you have of any, you know, t-shirts or mugs or any of the merchandise that you might have that you want to model. You can do that, and then I get linked to that by Laura for the live streams. So yeah, that is the place to go, the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook. So check that out if you get a chance. If you want to get your hands on any of the merchandise, then just make sure that you click on the tray underneath this video. If you don't have a tray, then you can click on the link in the description below. So yeah, that'll take you through to the spring.com store. Now, I wonder whether we'll be able to have a riff of the week. What we might do is, well, I can see that the vote for tonight's cover video is close. It's 52% for Miles Away. So what we might do is have a riff of the week. And I can see Ghislaine saying, last time Wings of Pegasus, did you get my donation I sent on Saturday, please? So yes, I did get that donation. And I think I responded to your email or your message previously about that particular donation. I said that I did receive it. So yes, I said at the beginning of tonight's live stream that if it has gone through, then I've received it. But for some people, I'm now not getting the notifications or the messages with it. So yes, if it hasn't failed, then I have received it. So yes, thank you for that. What I might try and do at the end of tonight's live stream, which actually I'm thinking how I'm going to do this. If I can log into my PayPal account while I am live streaming, then I'll be able to go to the transaction history and find any of them that have gone through there, that I'll have to try and remember which ones I've read out. So yeah, it'll be quite complicated, but I will do my best to do that at the end of tonight's live stream. It's just whether I can log in and whether it's going to allow me to stay logged in long enough to read things out. But yes, and this goes for everybody that I have received your donation. If it doesn't fail or kind of get returned or anything like that, if you don't get a message like that, it would have gone through. It's just that I'm not getting notified for them. I don't know why it's happening, but it just seems to be the case. Carl has donated £5 as well. Thank you for that, Carl. And the message is, back to the beginning of my first subscriber days of years past. Cross the pond. So thank you for that, Carl. And yes, the Cross the Pond Fund is something that started and yeah, it's still going at some point. I hope I will go over to the USA, but we will have to see what happens in the future. So thank you for that, Carl. Obviously, I think back in the day when it first started out, I wasn't quite as busy as I am now, keeping up with everything. But yeah, thank you for that, Carl. Certainly didn't have the amount of subscribers that we have now, which is 322,000, which is amazing. But also, Karen goes through saying, I just do send on PayPal. So thank you for that, Karen. And yeah, because I haven't sent anything to myself, I don't know how the sending thing works when you do it through the paypal.me link, I think. So yeah, I don't know what you have to click on or what the choices are and all that kind of stuff. So if that works for Karen's donation that comes through, just clicking on send, then maybe that's something. But you know, maybe the people whose the people's messages who I can see and the ones that I can read out, maybe you can pass on your tactics as to how they go through and how the notifications work, because yeah, it's something that I don't understand fully. So anyway, thank you, Carl, for that donation. And I'm trying to think what we will do. I tell you what, we'll jump into tonight's cover video. Let me bring the poll to a close. And while that is, I'm just thinking whether I can actually log into PayPal while that is playing. Maybe I can try. I don't know whether it will affect the quality of the video playback or not, but I'll give it a go. So we're going to jump into my version of Miles Away by Winger. And I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll be trying to log into PayPal in the background while this is playing. So we'll see how that goes. But I'll catch you guys after this. Rock. Okay, so quick introduction to this next video. This is more of a tribute video to Kip Winger, as I've been to see Kip in London and with his band Winger numerous times, and once I even went to France just to watch Winger. So this is my tribute, and it's me playing and singing Miles Away, and I hope you like it. See you later. Rock!
So this is love, also you tell me, as you're walking out the door. Months go by and I know for certain it's not the love I'm looking for. Sometimes, just for a moment, I reach out and hope you're still there. Miles away, no, you're never turning back. I just can't wait anymore. Miles away, nothing left but what we had, just when I need.
we have it. That was my version of Miles Away. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. And while that was going on, I saw maybe that some people got an advert, maybe during that video, and the reason for that would have been because I was trying to log into PayPal and going through the transaction history, all that stuff, so I wasn't looking over on this screen to see if any adverts were imminent, so I probably missed cancelling that one. And right, so I'm now looking down the list, and yes, Ghislaine, I did get that donation before. I'm just trying to scroll up here because, let me see. Okay, yeah, it's difficult to keep a track of which ones I've said and which ones have been missed out. But I know that Tammy sent a donation of $15 and what's... Okay, right, this says 9:05. I was trying to see what the date was to see if it's relevant because it all gets thrown in together. But the message was, "Hi Phil, if you could learn one new skill right now, what would it be?" And I'm not sure. What I would probably do is when I played golf, I could never get out. Well, I could sometimes get out of the bunkers. And that's the other thing that I haven't mentioned about golf and the Ryder Cup and all that kind of stuff. So congratulations to Europe for winning that. But yeah, so when playing golf, I couldn't get out of bunkers. I say I couldn't. It's like I can't get out of bunkers, or at least I can, but the ball doesn't go very far. I haven't figured out how to do it. And I mean, the main reason for that I know is because you need to practice it, and I never practice. So there you go. But yeah, if I could magically have a skill, then I would have that. So yeah, I wouldn't have to play golf going in L shapes. If there's a bunker, I avoid them like the plague. So yeah, that's it. That's the skill that I would learn for golf playing in the future. And yeah, as for things with my arm, it's kind of a little bit better, but I think because I pretty much know that it's like a trapped nerve in there, I'm kind of seeing how it goes. I would like to, get back to the point of being able to maybe practice playing golf and all that kind of stuff, but not I've got a lot of time to do that. But I would, like to be able to do that in the future at some point. So that's the skill that I would take. So thank you for that, Tammy. And did we do this one? Okay, Laura donated, and I think maybe I read this one, I can't remember, but it says, "Hello from Arizona, Philip. I know how busy you are, but are you planning to do any more cover songs? If so, it would be great to hear Harlem Rain by Richie Sambora." And it's now displaying the message with it says great to hear and QUOT dash dot Harlem Rain and QUOT, which is quote without the E, dash by Richie Sambora. So the messages don't quite appear as they should on this, but thank you for that, Lara. And I'm sure that maybe it was Lara, maybe it's somebody else asking me about cover videos, but yeah, at the moment, I just haven't got time to do anything other than keep up with everything. But, and then I could see Totoro Porco's one there. And this is one that came through from Lynn. So thank you for this, Lynn. And I didn't get notified for this. It was for £59.49. So thank you for that. And the message was, "Phil, if you get this message," it's got all these ands and hashtags and 39-S. But then because I had to manually delete you as a contact in my friends and family, it just says friends and AMP family. So yeah, this is very annoying to try and read because PayPal is putting in lots of different things in the wrong places or just inventing things. But anyway, a contact in my friends and family list and logged in from the link you have on YouTube instead of logging into PayPal first. Okay, so maybe that's something to try, but with Lynn's donation, I didn't get the notification. So I'm not sure how people are logging in or what they're doing with it. So if you're trying to make a donation, maybe if you're already in PayPal, it's not working, or maybe you have to click on the link in the description below. I don't know how people are doing it. Are you clicking on the link in the description below to make a donation? Because maybe by doing it a different way or on a different link, it goes through as something different. So, I mean, that's something that we could maybe try, or yeah, I don't know. So maybe this is for the people whose donations aren't coming through and they're not working, whether you want to click on the link in the description below and do things through that way. I'm not sure what that is. It might be the paypal.me /Wings of Pegasus link. I'm not sure. But anyway, Lynn, thank you for letting me know about that. But that one I didn't get the notification for. I'm in PayPal at the moment, so this is how I'm doing it. And then we had the one that came through from Bonnie and then Karen. I didn't receive this one. It says, "Hi Phil, definitely be interested if you decide on this online guitar instruction course. Regarding your analysis videos, unless I missed this, have you ever analysed Gene Kelly? I always get an education from you. Many thanks for all you do. Cheers, Karen." So thank you for that, Karen. And no, I don't believe I have a video on Gene Kelly. And I mean, to my knowledge, I don't think he's on the list of analysis requests. So that's something that I can do, that I can add. So thank you for that, Karen. And then the donation from Carl then came through. So that is now up to date on there. And what's probably going to happen is because I'm now leaving that, it will log me out of PayPal. So yeah, we will see. It's just going to be a case of trying to donate. Okay. Hang on. Karen said, Phil, I clicked on the link as you described, logged in, and then donated. Okay, right. So I'll tell you what, I might be able to see. This is like we're literally, I don't know how quickly it comes through. Yeah, it's logged me out. So I'm going to have to type in my password to get into it again. And this is the problem with, this is why it's not doable on the live streams, is that's how quickly I get logged out. So let me have a look. And so it's still, I think Carl's donation is the last one, but I have to wait and see if anything comes through. Because it's going to keep on logging me out, I'm just going to have to do it through my emails, and I'll wait to see if one of those comes through. But anyway, back to the live stream. We are looking for 22 more people to hit that thumbs up. So if you could hit that thumbs up, that would be much appreciated. And then we will have our Phil Jam at the end of the live stream. Having said that, the end of the live stream is nigh, because it's just gone midnight here in the UK. So we will be having that jam. Let's get into Picture Corner before I forget that, because I just remembered that we are going to jump into it. So here we go. And this is the screen capture that I didn't set up for the live stream. So I do not know if this is going to work. Let's click on the button, cross our fingers and see what happens. And it's actually in the middle of the screen. Well, kind of in the middle of the screen. We can see it, which is great. And this is Bob. Let me go to Facebook message as well so I can see what is accompanying this. And it's a purple Wings of Pegasus t-shirt, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, the new purple version of the shirt. So thank you, Bob, for purchasing this. And the message is, my purple Wings of Pegasus t-shirt finally arrived. I got a bucket hat too and tried a bit of a pork pie look for it. So thank you for that, Bob. And being officially the first purple Wings of Pegasus t-shirt to be shown on a live stream. So thank you for that. Now another picture that I have is the Zoom call that I mentioned sometimes happens over on the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook. And I'm going to read the message with this, because the message is, everyone, here's a photo from our Zoom call Saturday. I tell you what, let me try and adjust this screen capture so that it makes it a little bit more focused, so that we can see hopefully that's made it better to see the faces. I'm not sure. Obviously, I'm trying to do this all on the fly. Let me see if I can actually, I can't even find where the screen capture is coming from because I want to move it up a little bit. Here it is. Okay, right. So if I move it up like that, we can kind of see everyone, hopefully. Anyway, I think it'd probably be better if I move that down like that. Right, well, let's just get into it. Yeah, Vince says, everyone, here's a photo from our Zoom call Saturday from left to right. Kim and Vince, and this is from left to right, so top left to the right. Let me start again. So we've got Kim, and then Vince, and then Bob, and then Evelyn, and then Michael, Rebecca, Dawn, Billy, Carl, Paul, Kevin, and Barbara at the bottom right. So hopefully you were following along from left to right as I was going through those names. I can see as well in that picture that Dawn has, I believe, a purple Wings of Pegasus t-shirt as well. So they are starting to get out there. So thank you, Dawn, for buying that one, and Bob previously. But that was the Picture Corner for tonight. And like I said, join in with our Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook to join the conversation over there. And join in with one of these Zoom calls that happen. And by the way, Bob hosts the after party over on that page as well after the live streams. So if you want to jump over there after we finish here live, then you can do. So anyway, thank you for uploading those, and Laura for linking me to them in the first place. So we're now looking for 10 more people to hit that thumbs up. So if you haven't hit the thumbs up yet, it really is a race against time. Let me see actually how long tonight's backing track will be for the jam, if we do indeed make it. And it's 8 minutes 59 seconds, so it's another long one, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, if you can hit that thumbs up, that would be great. We're looking for now 9 more people. And if we can find 9 more people, that would be great. We will. Should we try and do a riff of the week while we are seeing or waiting to see if people are going to hit the thumbs up? Or, I mean, it's already 5 past midnight. We could just do like we've done before and hope that we do hit the target halfway through the jam, so then it is official. So, Joe says, have mercy. And that's got to be relating to the backing track that we're going to be doing. So I don't know whether this means it's going to be a bit of a weird backing track. I do not know, but thank you for that, Joe. Yeah, we're looking for 4 more people, and I think we might be able to get that by the end of the live stream. And because this is a longer backing track, we're probably going to have to forego our riff of the week. I'm just kind of looking over here, getting everything organised, because it was... I'm trying to find the message here. I was just on it because I saw how long it was. Okay, right, we're back. So it was number 46. Yeah, 8:59. It was number 46. Yeah, not number 48. Number 46, 8 minutes and 59 seconds. There's an advert, so let me mute that. And I can skip it, thankfully, like that. And yes, it was just one advert. Let me take it back to the beginning. And right, so this is, I do have my wah-wah pedal plugged in, which is sometimes a bad thing because then sounds really fuzzy, but we might be able to access that. Obviously, levels wise, we do not know what is going to happen, as is always the case. This is a punchy blues rock guitar backing track. Or if it's a blues thing, maybe the gem isn't as relevant as the Strat, but we'll just go with this one and see what happens. So punchy blues rock guitar backing track jam in A minor. That's the name of the track, and it's from Elevated Jam Tracks, which, yes, we have had a listen to before and got a few tracks from. So, yes, we have hit the lights goal, so thank you for that, Karen, for letting me know that we are past 360, hence why we're going to have the field jam. And just so it isn't really obvious about, because this is going to be really fuzzy with the wah-wah pedal. Oh, my wires all... my wires are going to stop me from using it because they're tangled underneath the pedal. Anyway, I'm going to play this. As for the levels, who knows? But I'll let it play. Can you hear this? Okay, it says solo tones, so maybe this is one of those that's for demonstrating tones and stuff. So, but it'll happen at the end, I do believe. So let's keep on playing and see what happens. Almost ran out of frets on that. Oh, let's get the wah wah going. See what happens with this. Use the weight that I haven't got. Oh, now it's the dude who's going to be... It's the dude doing his... I don't know how long this is going to go on for. Oh, it would have been only about a minute or maybe less than that. So anyway, that was the end of the Fill Jam, and I'm just going to literally pull the jack out to stop the noise going on. So that was it. And I think there's an advert that I could see was about to happen, but then I couldn't get there in time. I couldn't find the little arrow on the screen to then skip it. So I think some people might have got an advert during that. So apologies for that. But this is what happens, and yeah, I mean, because I was looking in the comments section and nobody was saying that they couldn't hear it. So yeah, that was it. And yeah, it was a bit of a... Oh, I can see Terry saying that was an odd ending. So yeah, this is it. Sometimes, yeah, it just stops. The track just stops, sadly. So, Deblin says, keep going, Phil. Why did you stop? Well, because it's 17 minutes past midnight here in the UK. So it is actually quite late. But that is the end of the backing track, because there's the backing track, which must be for about 8 minutes or slightly less than that. And then it's like a demonstration of the Friedman amp that he's using. And yeah, I don't want to kind of play over what he's playing, because that's a little bit disrespectful if he's trying to show people the sound of an amp. And then, yeah, I'm just using the backing track portion of it. So, anyway, that was it. And, oh, Bella says, I didn't receive an ad. And then, Tortoise person says, I'm lucky, no ad here. So some people got an ad, some people didn't get an ad, which is good for the people that didn't get it. So, yeah, apologies if you did get one. Anyway, that was the Fill Jam. Thank you guys, by the way, for hitting the thumbs up and getting the Fill Jam in the first place. We are going to be here with another video tomorrow night, another analysis video. And what I'm going to do is just see if... Oh, yeah, the problem with this... Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do the PayPal thing. I haven't got notified of any other donations, so if there have been any, I'll have to check it afterwards by logging in again to PayPal and then finding it. But thank you guys for all of the donations. As I always say, you don't have to donate. Just tuning in, watching is great. But yeah, thank you guys who do donate. They can't resist it, can't help themselves. It is massively appreciated. So everybody have a fantastic rest of your week. And yeah, if you want to join me on Saturday night for another live stream, for those non-regular viewers, I am live streaming at 11 p.m. and I always do on a Saturday night and a Tuesday night. If you could join me then, that would be great. So yeah, another video coming your way tomorrow night. As I always say, try to stay as safe and as sane as possible in this crazy world in which we live, and I will catch you guys at the next one. Rock!